Hi everybody, it's Amanda and I'm coming to you with day 19 of 30 Inks 30 Days. One of the viewer requests was to find a purple in my shell box here. Obviously we haven't gone through a lot of these. I think I'm going to end up having to do a swatch-a-palooza at some point. Maybe a couple of them. But to find a purple that I have in the box here. Now I have a couple of them. I think I have another IWI one. I think this might be a gray or a blue. But I did have some Ferris wheel press in here. I have this Robert Oster that's a purple, this Muddy Crown. But the one that I decided I wanted to do is Conklin Vintage Purple. Conklin recently came out with a line of inks in some just basic colors. And so I got Vintage Purple, and I think I got a Dusty Rose. Yeah, I think that's it that I got at this point. But yeah, so we're going to try Conklin Vintage Purple. I thought about grabbing one of my Conklin pens to use, however, I don't really like my Conklin pens. So, I decided that I was digging around for a pen to find, and I saw my Jinhao X750 and was like, ooh, Shimmering sands. Let's go ahead and work with this one. I have a Nemosine broad nib on this. It came with a fine nib, and I swapped it out. I think I swapped it out for a Goulet fine, and then Nemosine had like a sale on nibs like a really long time ago, and I swapped it out for this broad nib, and I really like it. So that's what we're gonna do today. Because this is one of the inks that I haven't swatched yet, we're also going to make a swatch card, so we get to see this ink in lots of different forms today. So let's move this off to the side so we can do our swatch card. I actually need to fill my pen as well, so we'll go ahead and do that. I got this sample from Van Ness, so it's a generous 4 ml sample. Looks like it's a fairly light purple, light-ish purple. We'll find out for certain in a moment. Okay. A lot of ink around that cap, so I'm just gonna also making, I don't care that it's a full fill because I'm only going to be using it for a day unless I really love it, and then I'll save it. Here's what it looks like. It's this lighter purple. Here. Yeah. So, let's go ahead and do our swatch. Zoom in a little bit so you can see it. As stated before, I got this sample from Van Ness Pens. Ooh. We're dripping. It's one of those pinky purples I'm not super fond of. Conklin Vintage Purple. No, we need to do our swatchy. I was getting ready to do the splats. But we need to do the paint swatch first. Yeah, this is one of those weird pinky purples. It reminds me, and maybe it's just because I was talking to people about Aurora Purple earlier today, but it reminds me a lot of Aurora Purple. Even the water just turned neon pink a little bit. I need to pull my swatch for Aurora Purple because I was having that discussion and see which looks more purple, this or the other one. It almost looks like there's blue haloing around the letters. And I'm not sure if that's just my mind playing tricks on me or if it actually is a thing. Looks like it is feathering though on this card. So there's that. Also, it looks like there's a little shimmer in the writing, so I think I had some residual shimmer in the pen. Okay, let's go ahead and do our... also, I didn't talk about this one, but I love this one here, is the swatch. Now that it's dry, there is like a black sort of haloing. I wouldn't necessarily call it sheen because it's not shiny, but in certain situations where a lot of ink is laid down, it could look like it has some black haloing. I really like that. I love this ink. I think Casey commented about how this dark ink, I didn't grab my pen, it's in the other room, how this dark ink looks like the dark sections of the pen, and that's honestly, that's why I like it so much. Okay, it's drying, and it's not drying in a favorable manner. Day 9, 2022. Vintage purple. Jinhao X750. It's the Shimmering Sands pen, and I have a broad Nemosine nib. I love that this writing is taking up the whole freaking page. This nib is nice and juicy though. Big fan of this nib. I'm using the syringe that needs to have a little bit of grease put on it, but ooh, I just like totally obliterated all of the writing. There you go. The ink has interesting shading. I'm seeing some feathering on this paper too, a little bit, on that P. I don't know if it's coming through on the camera. It could be the giant broad nib, look, it's really juicy, but even like the 30 inks 30 days. And this is coated paper. It's also trying to bleed through. Oh, I'm like ruining the swatch. It's also trying to bleed through, which I'm not super fond of. So, All right, let's go ahead and do our swatches here. Do our little writing sample. Allow me to zoom in so you can see. Jinhao X750. There is our writing and our little swipey. I totally did that backwards, not on purpose. Like this. There we go. This is what it looks like in the syringe when I'm trying to clean it out, if I just pull water in. Yeah, so here, for those of you who like pinky purples, here we go. It looks really interesting in the writing on this Tomoe River paper. Again, I'm seeing some of that blue haloing where some of the ink pools. I'm not sure if that's like in my head or not, or if I'm just like trying to see it. Kind of tip it up. It's mostly if I look at it from this sort of angle, so I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it, but yeah. I'm using it today, but I don't think it's going to be my favorite one. Tomorrow's going to be very exciting. I think we're going to do a 2 for tomorrow. So I'm very much looking forward to tomorrow's ink. But this is today's ink. Conklin Vintage Purple. I'm not sure where all you can buy this ink, but I did get this sample from Van Ness Pens. Yeah, I can't remember. It seems like there's quite a few colors, like maybe 10 or 12 colors. So there's a lot of inks to choose from. I'm not seeing like feathering on the Tomoe River paper, but I do, like I said, see a little bit of it here. I have a feeling it's gonna feather all over the place on work copy paper, but yeah. Actually, I don't have to use work copy paper tomorrow because I work from home. But yeah, anyway, here is my sample of Conklin Vintage Purple. Yeah, let me know what you think about this. Is this one that you're thinking about getting? Do you love this one? Do you despise this one? Yeah, I'm going to need to compare it. So I'm adding this to the list of comparables. Yeah, I need to know. I need to know for my own purposes. Am I adding this one to the list of inks that irritate me? Probably not. Just because I don't know that I will give this ink a second thought after today. Anyway, there's my not so official review. Sorry, I feel like I'm being like about this, but yeah, I'm gonna use it because I chose to do it, but I don't know that I'm necessarily looking forward to it using it. But anyway, Purple Week continues. So we have definitely 2 different shades of purple. So yeah, I'm really excited about tomorrow though. Tomorrow's gonna be super fun, I think, in my personal opinion. Another viewer request tomorrow, so yeah. Anyway, I hope that you are having a fantastic, wonderful day, and I will see you again tomorrow with day 20 of 30 Inks 30 Days. What ink and pen are you using today? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much. I will see you again tomorrow. Take care. How many times? Like, why do I always say goodbye to you guys 100 times? I love you, that's why. Anyway. For the 101st time, for the 101st time. Take care. Love you, bye!